Good afternoon. I'm Crystal Albrecht, and I'm president of Alvin Community College, a role that I've been proud to serve in since 2014. And today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about what the college's response is to the corona pandemic. And because what I want to talk to you about is so important, I do have a few notes with me here today, so I hope you don't mind if I occasionally glance down. You've all heard about Governor Abbott's executive order from last week, urging us to do what we can to keep the spread of the coronavirus down, including social distancing. And as your president, I take this very seriously. Please understand that we have several strategic objectives in dealing with this current situation, but first and foremost is the safety and well-being of our faculty, staff, and students. In order to accomplish this, as of Monday, March 30th, all of our courses will be offered in an online format or an alternative format. For those courses that cannot be delivered in a fully online format, such as those that have extensive hands-on work, we are hopeful that we can bring students back to campus, perhaps by the end of the semester, to practice their skills and complete their competencies. This move is applicable to all of our locations, our ACC campus, our dual credit offering locations, University of Houston Clear Lake Pearland, and even the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. While many of our faculty are well versed in the delivery of online education and have been doing so for years, there are other faculty that may not be as well versed. So our more experienced faculty are on hand to assist those faculty that may not be as well trained in the delivery of online education. Regarding our continuing education and workforce development courses, many of those courses have to be suspended temporarily because of the nature of the training. The directors in the area of continuing education and workforce development will be in touch with their students to keep them appraised of when they may be able to return to campus. While courses are being moved to an alternative format, please know that faculty are working to ensure that those courses still contain all of the student learning outcomes as were originally intended, and that program learning outcomes will still be able to be met. Students who lack the ability to connect online because either they don't have a device or they don't have internet will be able to come up to the college and enter one of our open labs to attain their instruction. And we're continuing to work on other ways to meet the access needs for students with regard to technology. Beginning March 30th, we are also asking that to whatever extent possible, employees work remotely, while still providing students the services that they need. For instance, students may not be able to come to campus to get face-to-face advising, but they can get advising by email or by phone. We are also working to make sure that our TSI, the Texas Placement Test, can be accessed remotely through a vendor. So please stay tuned for information about that. Students, check the pod. Employees, check the pod. The community, please check our ACC website. Rest assured that administrators, at least one administrator, will be on campus every day, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, to address any issues that may arise. Please also know that our child care lab will reopen on Monday, March 30th, with additional attention to detail with regard to safety and hygiene. And our renovation on campus is planned to continue as scheduled. I'm disappointed, as I'm sure you will be, that we must postpone some of our most special annual celebratory events on campus, including pinnings, award ceremonies, and graduation. We will do our very best to reschedule these events because they're a real testimony to the hard work of our students and the hard work and dedication of our faculty and staff. And students, those of you that are ready to complete your credential in May, please know that if you have completed your coursework, that award will be granted. It is just the graduation ceremony that will be postponed. Throughout this time of altered college operations, please know that we are working very hard to retain our full-time and part-time staff, that we are trying to focus our employees on work. We're trying to focus our students on completing their coursework and be successful in that coursework. And we're focused on trying to get back to a normal. Please continue, again, to monitor the college's website for further updates. We are thankful to the Board of Regents for their leadership during this time of crisis, and very grateful that they passed a resolution last week in an emergency meeting that allows employees, full-time and part-time, to be paid while the college was closed March 15th through March 29th. This really shows their commitment to our faculty, staff, and students, and really their commitment to all of higher education. I want to remind everyone that quite literally, the landscape is changing daily. And I want to assure you that the college leadership is working tirelessly for employee and student success. But we're in uncharted territory right now. We know how to handle a hurricane. We know what to do about a tropical storm, but this is different. And one of the differences is that we do not know when this is going to end. So I want to thank you in advance for your flexibility and your understanding as we work through this together. Be kind to yourself and others, and follow all the recommended precautions to help prevent the spread of the virus. If you feel stressed out, reach out to our counseling services that will be offered remotely, and most of all, do everything you can to be safe. Last fall, I called on our community, our faculty, staff, and students to come together to help us create ACC's core values. And they did. And I want to remind you of them right now. ACC cares. We are a community asset. We are accountable. We are responsive. We're dedicated to excellence, and everything we do is student-centered. ACC cares. I wish you all the best right now at this time of crisis and in the future. Fins up.